Strike, spare, strike, it looks like. Julian shooting at a 1-2-10. Oh, and he makes it.
It's time to start.
All right, hey everybody, and we're back for Squad 2, the Ballard Bowling Academy, the Experience Youth Bowling Tournament. So we'll have some results for you from Squad 1 in a little bit. Top 8 from Handicap and top 8 from Scratch will square off at 4 p.m. Central Time. And final bracket match, got Colton Bennett finding the pocket on his second shot in the first frame, sending 10 back. So we're coming to you live from Bolero Euless in Texas, just outside Dallas, Texas. Home of the PBA Junior National Championships, coming to you in January, end of January. All right, so the athletes are going to bowl 4 games of qualifying, and we'll try and get some results from the earlier first squad of qualifying. And I believe top 8 in Scratch is +7, so 807. All right, so we got 8 lanes of coverage after each game. Bowlers will move 1 pair to the right, so we'll get to see some new faces as the morning goes along. And right now on 47, we got Gavin Williams shooting at the 4-7. A young two-hander. Gets a mark in his first frame. And Carson there on 48 picks up the 7-pin. Trevor Thompson on 46 wraps the 10. And Blake playing the big angle out in the friction, leaves the 8-10. And Braden trips out the 10-pin, leaving just the 3-pin. And going for the 8 and whew, looked close, but open in the first. Trevor going after the 10-pin, finds the friction on the outside. If you didn't see the earlier qualifying squad, 3 words: this place hooks. So if you get it into the friction on the outside, you can expect it to come back. And Carson with a strike, staying clean after 2, spare strike. All right, so Blake on 48, light pocket, gets the 7, but leaves the 10. All right, so Blake picks up the 10-pin. And Gavin, little light, 2, 4, 5. And Amari shooting at the 3-pin. Laser picks it up for his first mark of the game. Puts him at 27. And Trevor gets the 3, 6, 10, staying clean after 3. Carson light, the 2, 10 in the third. Right, the original Burgundy jumping in the chat, saying good luck to everyone. Thanks. And as a reminder, if you're watching, you want to give a shout out to your favorite bowler out there. Drop their name in the chat. We'll give them a little shout out. Carson going for the 2-10. Just a little bit to the left. And it was a foul. So that puts Carson at 46 after 3. Braden crossing over, leaves the 6-pin. Blake, two-hander. Gets the spare. All right, Trevor on 46. And comes in high. Knows he got away with one, leaving a 4-7. Avoids the split in the fourth. All right, Carson coming in high on 47, leaving a 6-10. And Amari light, missed the head pin to the right. 1, 2, 4, 10. And Trevor picks up his spare. And Trevor stays clean through 4, puts him at 65. Amari trying to slide that head pin over, not quite getting it. Carson gets it outside just a bit. Slides off into the channel, puts him at 54. See Colton here on 44. All right, so Colton with the strike after a missed spare in the fifth. So it puts him at 75. And Morgan Klein on 43. We saw Morgan this morning. Morgan all the way from Pennsylvania, striking the sixth. She's at 102. And again, the plus, the scratch qualifying cut line is +7 right now with this squad and one more squad to go. So they're bowling on Stonehenge, Kegel landmark pattern, 40 feet, 23 mils, 1 to 6.5 ratio. And no re-oil after the first. There were typically 4 people on each pair. So 16 games on each lane so far. So we should see this pattern breaking down. Saw some high scores early, then some transition, and then some more high scores in the last game. So we'll see if that trend continues on or if everything goes off the rails. And Trevor going through the nose, leaving a tough 3, 6, 9, 10. And Amari gets 3 out of the 4, puts him at 50. And Gavin on 47 needs some push, doesn't get it. 1, 3, 6, 9. So pocket shot. Oh, that was a second shot. That puts him at 56 after 5. All right, Carson on 48, playing the gutter. 1, 2, 4, 10. Blake with the carry, the light carries. Like, where have you been all my life? Strike in the 5th. That's Trevor on 46, working on a spare. Gets it out into the friction, snaps back. 10 in the pit. All right, that 10 pin goes. Just enough to knock it over, and that's all you need. So Carson bounces back after the single pin miss in the 4th to strike in the 5th. All right, Braden coming in light. That's Colton working on a double. 8th frame on 44. Trying not to foul. He goes wide with a 1-2-4. Morgan Klein, previous SYC Wichita, Storm Youth Championship Wichita, U15 girls champion. She leaves a 10 pin. All right, Colton picking up the spare. And so he's at 122 after 8. Morgan on 43, shooting at her 10 pin. And picks it up, no problem. See Carlin Gattenby on 42. Nope, 43. And she's in the pocket for a strike. All right, we'll see Carson shooting at a 10 pin. That gets a little wide on him. It's 7th frame. Carson with 88. Blake, that looks pretty good. Oh, that is good. So he comes back with right, and Amari, that puts him at 83. So Trevor working on a double and a balk. All right, didn't like something. Maybe someone's phone went off. He will regroup. All right, Carson coming in a little light. Leaves the left side of the rack. All right, Trevor went back to go get his fan. This will cool off. As we wait for Trevor, Gavin's going to step up on 48. Gavin working on a spare. That needs to push. 10 pin. Oh, the 10 pin goes. Yes. They're leaving just the 6 pin for Gavin. And Trevor comes up a little high, leaving a 4-7, looks like. All right, Braden exploring the hook on the back end of the lane. All right, Gavin needs some push on that one. Does not get it. So he's at 103 with 2 frames to go. All right, Trevor picks up the 4-7. All right, so Morgan Klein, 43, starting her 10th frame. Working on a strike in the 9th, and a little bit light. That 10 pin will not go. Colton gets his shot a little bit right in the 10th, puts him at 156. Ryan Morgan at the 10 pin gets it inside. So open in the 10th for 189 from Morgan Klein. All right, we got Gavin. Main man Gavin shooting at the 3-9. That looks good. That looks good. Oh, just a little deflection. 3-pin sends the ball off to the right. Misses the 9. Looks like got a wounded 5-pin on 48. Holding things up a little bit. Get the re-rack. Ryan Carson on 47 in the pocket. 7-pin stands on his first shot in the 10th. All right, Carson just a little bit left, but he's going to finish with 124. Gavin on 48, needs some push, crosses over, gets him out. First shot in the 10th, puts him at 122. That's Gavin's second shot in the 10th. Gavin can go in the 140s here. Oh, and looks like he will double in the 10th. Puts him at 132. Braden, his first shot in the 10th. And ball doesn't hook for him. Goes straight through the 3-pin. Leaves the 1, 2, 4, 8. And Trevor needs the 4-7 in the 10th. He gets it to finish at 187. All right. Gavin, light pocket, 10-pin. All right, Braden not getting any hook out of that. It's going to finish 126. So, tight race on our high pair. So Gavin leading the pack so far with these guys with a 141. Although I would imagine these are the sampling of our handicap bowlers. Again, 2 divisions. We've got scratch and 180 and below handicap. All right, Blake needs the push, gets it. So he will get a fill shot. He's at 132, 142. So he pulls ahead of Blake on the scratch side. And got no idea what their handicaps are, but sort all that out at the end. All right, Blake playing the friction, leaving the 4-9, puts him at 150, and you don't have to shoot at the 4-9. All right, we'll go down to the low side. Carlin shooting at either 2-pin or 4-pin. One of them. Doesn't matter. She made it. All right, McKinley leaving a 5-9 down there. McKinley's second frame, shooting at the 5-9. And, she gets it. Little hook job at the 5-9, picks it up. So spare number 2 of game number 2. So again, this is the second squad of qualifying. 4 games. And as they move into game number 2, if you haven't already, be sure subscribe, like the video, click the thumbs up, click the arrow, share it with a friend, click the notification bell, and you'll know whenever we go live. All right, so Carlin leaving the 1-2-4. All right, Carlin picks up her spare. All right, and Zane up on 42. Saw Zane earlier this morning. So he gets a strike in the third, so he strikes spare strike. All right, Olivia leaves a 10-pin on 43. And McKinley with a 2-4-5 on 42. She picks it up, splits the 4-5. And Olivia cross lane at the 10-pin. just gets it a little bit outside. All right, so Chloe up on 43. And crosses over, leaves the 3-pin. And Carlin picks up her spare. Chloe looking at the 4-pin. 4-pin, 3-pin. And she picks it up, no problem. All right, so Zane, 41. All right, Olivia on 41 in the pocket, sending 10 back. Coming back after the open in the third. Restarting her string of strikes. Chloe on 44, light, gets the 4 out. Just the 2-5. Yeah, looks like Colton on 45, 3-6-10. Oh, and he makes it. Gets just enough of the 3. Trevor on 47, walking it out. Just a touch high for the 4-pin. Trevor's almost in the parking lot by the time that ball hit the pins. Question in the chat, how many bowlers on the squad? Looks like 4 to a pair, sometimes 5. And we've got 25 lanes, so right around 100 on this squad, a little more. All right, Trevor on 48. Red just a little early, leaving the 6, 9, 10. Amari, 3, 6, 10. All right, Morgan up on 46, looking for 3 in a row in the flat 10. Her streak interrupted once again by the persistent 10 pin. And Colton crossing over, ouch, with a 3-9-10. Right, Trevor leaving the 310 in his fourth frame. And a 4-7 from Zoha. Oh, Trevor's a little outside, needed the hook. Didn't get it. That puts Trevor at 55 after 4. All right, Zane shooting at a 3-pin, picks it up. Hooking at it from the left side, puts him at 129 after 7. All right, Olivia on 42 in the pocket. Control in the pocket for a double in the 7th. Chloe looking for the spare conversion. Doesn't get it. 3-pin stands. McKinley on 42. High. Oh, 3, 6, 7, 10. All right, Amari picks up his spare. All right, Chloe on 43. Light pays the price with the 5-7 split. Carlin on 44 in the pocket. Double. About 3 frames to go for the squad. All right, Chloe shooting at the 5-7, and slide it over, does not. All right, Colton's got the 2-4-10. See if he can get that hook in there, slide that 2 over to the 10. He got the hook in there, but didn't hit the 2 or the 4. And we got Trevor on 48, playing the hook. A little too much, another 310. Trevor's sandwiching a couple strikes between 310s. Everyone's holding up their hand. Carson over there on 49 had a 5-pin, and he picked it up. All right, Amari with a 1-3. And Morgan with a big 4 got 2, so she can still go 208. All right, Amari picks up his spare. All right, Colton with a strike, first shot in the 10th. Morgan after the big 4 in the 9th, looking to come back, and that's going to be light. 2-8. So Colton, second shot in the 10th, trying not to foul, crosses over for a 3-10. And looks like Trevor over there with a strike in the 8th. So he can still go plus. And Morgan's going to pick up the 2-8s. Colton with the 3-10. Morgan looking for a ball change on the fill. All right, let's see how this one looks. Oh, it's inside. Yeah, it is. So 3-6. All right, so she'll finish with a 196. All right, so Trevor, 9th frame. That looks pretty good. Oh, and it is. Double in the 9th. And Amari leaves the 4-7 in the 9th. All right, Amari with some good spare shooting. Spares his 9th frame, puts him at 122, heading into the 10th frame. Off down, see Carlin with a 4-7-10 in the 10th. And on the strike, gets the field goal, and she's going to finish with 2:07. Chloe picks up her spare in the 10th. So she'll get a fill shot to be in the 2:30s. Chloe on 44. All right, and as we finish up game number 2, halfway through qualifying. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, like the video, share the stream with a friend, click the notification bell, and you'll know whenever we go live. As this game wraps up, we're going to take a little break, see if we can get some results after the first squad, and we'll be right back. All right, so Chloe up on 45. We've got the standings in chat so far after the first squad of qualifying. All right, Morgan's got the 210, staring her down, and she slams the 2, leaves the 10. Puts her at 76 after 4. All right, Chloe picks up the 136. So we'll go down to the low side, see who we've got coming on to the low pair. All right, Mikey on 42. And Olivia in the 5th, looking to strike. Oh, big 4 through the nose. William Jewell the 3rd, crossing over 5-pin. Alyssa Ballard, 42. That looks pretty good. She gets him out. Strike in the 6th. Puts her at 119. All right. If Olivia can pick this up. Makes a good shot at it. Gets 2. Puts her at 85. Halfway through game number 3. All right, McKinley on 43, crossing over, gets him out. All right, so Zane on 5 in a row. He missed his pack of Franks. Going for the 6-pack. Oh, wow. A little bit light, leaves that 7-pin. All right, Zane picks up the spare, so he's still got 279 out there. William Jewell strike in the 7th. That puts him over 100. And Olivia on 44, light mixer, taps the 7, doesn't get it out. All right, Zane back on the strike wagon. Mikey high, 610. All right, Mikey spares it up. Carlin's got a 10-pin after Carlin had the front 5 as well. Yeah, I'm missing everything. Typing the results in the chat. All right, and Olivia's got the 4-6. Second split in a row on lane 43. And she gets one. She can go off the sheet and go plus. McKinley with a flat 10. WJ3 with the 7-pin in the 8th frame. Right. Zane over there doubles up in the 8th, and he's still got 279 possible. Carlin, she still has 279 possible. Needs to push, does not. Oh, got the 10 out, leaves the 4-pin. She knows that could have been bad. All right, so Carlin shooting at the 4-pin on 45. And she picks it up for her second spare in a row. So she still has 260 out there possible. Zane on 43. That looked light. Oh, the 10-pin goes, breaks up the 7-10. Near disaster. And Alyssa on 42, sending 10 back in the 9th, puts her at 178. So she can still go 228. And Olivia on 44 high, 4-7. All right, Olivia picks up the spare in the 9th. So she can still go 180. And Zane on 44, sending messengers around, slapping it out. So he's got 250s out there possible. Alyssa on 43. And she gets it for her first shot in the 10th. And William on 42. Oh, got the 4 out, left the 9. Breaks up the big split in the, his first shot in the 10th. He had a split in the 9th as well. So he can go in the 150s. That William was in 15th going into this squad. He is indeed in the scratch division. And Alyssa looking to go in the 220s for this game. Alyssa above the cut line after the first squad in third place. Right, and she'll be 226. Yeah. And Mikey McDaniels with the first one in the 10th. And Olivia picks up the 5 spare in the 10th. So she will earn a fill shot. And a chance to go 165. Right, she comes in a little high, leaves the 4-7. That should be 163, I think. All right, Colton on 48, high, 610. Carlin picks up the 10 pin in her 9th frame. All right, so Colton finishes out with a 214. Morgan on the fill shot. That looks like an insight. Oh, the stone 8. But she goes 202 with a couple splits and just one open. So after squad 1, Morgan was in 11th with a 763. All right, Chloe flat 10. Her first shot in the 10th. So Carlin's got the 1-2-10 between her and a fill shot. That's not going to do it. Nope, she got 2, but still finishes with 224. All right, Chloe gets her 10-pin shot outside. Goes into the gutter, and she will finish with a 189. All right, saw Trevor going for the 3-6-7-10 in his 9th frame. Almost picked it up, not quite. He's at 151. All right, we're back. Starting game 3, squad 2. And we're watching Kyra picking up the 6-10. And Alyssa, 43, in the pocket. A little bit light, leaves the 10 pin. And Olivia on 46, her first shot, game 3. And she gets them all to go. Strike first shot in the 10th. Chloe with the 5 pin. All right. She had her doubts, but picked it up. So spare on her first frame. All right, Zane with the early double. Oh, the stone 8. All right, McKinley through the nose. Oh, and the 6 pin goes and makes it worse. The 3-10. And Olivia with the washout on 45. Super washout. All right, and McKinley gets the 3. All right, Olivia going for it. Oh, wraps the head pin around the 6-10. All right, my guy in the orange shirt, I don't know who he is. I don't know his name. But great pocket shot. Just got a little deflection there. Left the 5-8. Carlin on 47. Looks like a proton physics. Comes in a little light. The 2-4. All right, Chloe gets the 5 pin. Leaves the 2-4. All right, Carlin, chops it. Open in the second, puts her at 28. Right, and Olivia on 46. Comes in high, 4 pin. All right, good spare. All right, Carlin light. Pocket, flat 10. Chloe flush. Sending 10 back. Coming back after the open in the second. And McKinley on 46 with a strike. William Jewell the third with the big split, 3, 6, 7, 10. right, WJ3 looking to slide that 3-pin over and will not. Gets it right into the channel for 61 in the fourth. All right, Olivia spares it up. Carlin, fourth frame. It's going to be light. Oh, 1, 2, 10. And Olivia in the pocket. A little light, 10 pin. This corner's just not going for Olivia. And Carlin, oh, Carlin getting it out. And there we go. That is our Ballard's Bowling Academy shot of the game. 1, 2, 10. Sparing it up in the fourth. There you go. All right, so Madison through the nose. Gets the 10 pin out. Leaves the 4-7. Looking to stay clean. Through 4. All right, Madison spares it up. So again, this is the second squad of qualifying. We've got one more squad after this, and then a cut to the top 8 of handicap and scratch separate. And they will bowl in a bracket format, which we will bring to you live at or around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it'll be 3 squads of qualifying that will lead to the finals. And to make sure you don't miss any action, like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and you'll know whenever we go live. All right, and Olivia going through the nose, 3, 6, 10. And Chloe sparing it up on a double. All right. All right, so Zane's 7th frame. He's got 279 out there. All strikes in a 9 spare, and he likes it. That head pin clobbered. The 10 pin. It's got some pin action out there. McKinley crossing over. All right, so Olivia getting it out to the friction this time, looking for a little more angle into the pocket. Doesn't get it, and 2 4-10s for her first split of the game. See if she can convert this. And Chloe's got a 6:10 over on 48. And wraps the 6 around the 10, but manages to get enough of that 10 pin, get it to fall. All right, we'll head down to the low side, see how things are shaping up. All right, we saw Zach Smullen on 41. So Zach's certainly familiar with this building, and I'm sure he likes it. He won the national qualifier for the PBA Junior to earn his spot into the national championships. Will be held right here at Ballard in Euless, Texas. Top 2 qualifiers from each of the 5 regions will meet to bowl head-to-head to decide the PBA Junior National Champion. And it's Cara Durham, 7th frame on 44. That looks pretty good. I just rolled out a little bit on her. 2-4-10. Right, Kyra gets the 2-4. And Ashton Woods over there on 42. Shooting at the big 4. She gets the 6-10 out of it. And Alyssa on 43. Little light pocket 10 pin. And that was on 3 in a row. So she's got another good game going. WJ3 on 44 light. Mixer. The messenger will come around again. Not in time. So he leaves the 2 pin. And Alyssa gets the 10 pin. Steps out of it a little bit, uncharacteristically. So definitely some smoother approaches. We've seen quite a few fouls earlier in the day. And Mikey McDaniels with the 2-4-5. Ashton Woods, 4 pin. All right, we've got Maddie shooting at the 4-6. And she gets the 6 pin. All right, Carlin picks up her spare. And it's Nash Fitzgerald down there on 42. First we've seen of him today. He leaves a 10 pin. William Jewell III with a 1-2-4. And Alyssa, that looks good. There you go. All right, so strike in the 9th. William, wraps the 2 around the 4 to open. He can't believe it. To open in the 9th. So the best he can do now is 165. All right, and Ashton with another 4-pin. Mikey McDaniel's crossing over, getting the late 9-10. All right, Ashton picks it up. So Alyssa, her first shot in the 10th, and she's working on the 250s. Nope, 230s. Right, William Jewell snapping back after wrapping the 4-pin. Strike first shot in the 10th. See Olivia on 45. That looks good. All right, so it looks like Olivia made a little move towards the center, keeping it in the oil a little bit. The oil is your friend. So, and she can go 176. WJ3 on 44. Bam. Next. Yeah, second shot in the 10th. So he's going to be in the 160s. And Alyssa's going to be in the 230s. Olivia on 45. That's going to be light. Oh, and that 7-pin doesn't go. All right, Alyssa with a 10. She's going to be 237. And WJ3 looking at the 160s. And doesn't like it. Leaves the 3-9, but don't have to shoot at it. All right, and Olivia picking up the spare to fill out her 10th frame with a 166. All right. Mikey picking it up. Maddie picking up the 10-pin in her 9th frame, so she can go 180 in her 3rd game. Carlin light pocket wraps a 10-pin. Mikey and Kyra finish up. Mikey for 3 in a row. So he can finish up in the 150s. Kyra in the pocket. And she's going to finish 174. Mikey's light gets 6. And he'll be in the low 150s, I believe. So watch our high side finish up with a 2-9. So Chloe's 184. Carlin light in the pocket for a 2.5. All right, Maddie on 47, 2.45 on her first shot in the 10th. All right, Maddie gets it a little bit left, gets one, and that puts her at 2.55. And we got that guy over here on 48. And he's in the 130s. All right, and he gets 2 off the right, and that puts him at 133. So we'll go down to the low side as they are. I don't know what game they're on, 3 or 4. We got Drake Derflinger. And that is 5 strikes in a row for Drake, and that is a pack of Franks. Drake Derflinger, 5 strikes in a row. Pack of Franks. All right. Zach Smullen, high flush, gets him out 3 in a row. He's at 148 already on a double after 7. All right, Colby's light, 210. Nash looking to spare it up, leaves. Oh, looks like he left a couple back there. All right, Colby trying to bounce one out. Can't quite do it. All right, so Drake looking for the 6-pack after the pack of Franks. Looks like he might be throwing a dark code and flat 10s. Ashton in the 8th. Working on a spare. He's got a good game going. Oh, there you go. Got it. All right, Drake warming up for the spare. Stay up the back. Got the plastic spare ball out, ready to go. And he got it just enough. Spare in the 8th. Puts him at 178 on a spare. So Drake with a good game going. So Drake was 17th after the first squad with a 737. All right, so Nash with a 4-7 to shoot at in the 8th frame. And he tries to bounce it out. Can't get it. Colby at the full rack. Crossover. All right, so Ashton, 9th frame. Working on a strike. She can go 211. And, that 10 pin, wrap 10. All right, Drake on 41 crosses over, catches a break, strike in the 9th. So he's going to be on the plus side for this game. And Ashton with a 10 pin, and she picks it up. All right, Nash gets him out. And that's his 9th frame. He had that 210 on the right lane before, but he strikes in the 9th. And he can go 192 off the sheet. All right, so Zach on 4 in a row. Little off, doesn't like it. Through the nose, crosses over, gets him out. And that is Zachary Smullin's pack of Franks closing out game 3 with 5 strikes in a row. Pack of Franks. All right, Ashton in the pocket. And, yeah, she left a 10 pin. All right, Colby with a double in the 9th. Setting up his 10th frame nicely for himself. All right, Ashton shooting at the 10 pin, and she makes it, no problem. All right, Drake first shot in the 10th, and that didn't hook on him. Got it in the oil, didn't read, and he leaves a 7 pin. All right, so Drake with the 7 pin and makes it, no problem. All right, and as a reminder, one more squad after this. 4 games of qualifying. Last chance to get into the top 8 of either scratch or handicap. And the top 8 will move on to bracket play at or around 4 p.m. Central. Be sure to tune in for that. Ashton on 41 in the pocket, getting him out. Puts her at 179. Nash on 42 in the pocket. Again, getting it out. First shot in the 10th. All right, so he can go 192. To finish up whatever game they're on, second or third. Might be third. All right, Zachary Smullen. Comes in high, leaves that 4-pin, no messenger to take it out. Nash, high, flush, strike, 3 in a row. So he's going to be in the 190s, salvaging this game with 4 in a row. All right, so Nash does pull out the 192. All right, so Zachary on 41. Getting the fill for a 246. All right, so Colby working on a double. He can get himself into the 190s. Can get ahead of Nash by 1. And he likes it, gets the 7 out. All right, Colby's second shot in the 10th. Crosses over, gets it out. All right, so Colby's going to be in the 190s. So Colby and Nash salvaging some questionable games. To come out with 190s. Some clutch shots. All right, Colby stands up on it. That 7-pin goes, and that is Colby bringing home 5 strikes in a row, and that is yet another pack of Franks. Colby bringing home 5 strikes in a row with a big old pack of Franks. All right, so that ends qualifying round 2 up here on these lanes at least. So we are going to end the stream. And if you want to know when we are back, subscribe, click the notification bell, and you'll know whenever we go live. So thanks everyone for watching. Be sure click that notification bell and you'll know when round 3 starts and the finals. You'll be the first to know. Thanks everyone for watching, and remember, be cool and go Bull.